Wow. You know, that's an amazing question. And it's funny because, obviously there's a bunch of realtors on here and they're all going to want your business, and ultimately everyone wants more business, right? So I think the key is really finding somebody that's going to get you more of what you want, right? Because I'm assuming it says buying on the thing there, on the thing. So I'm assuming that you're a buyer. And so I'm going to talk to you like you're a buyer. If you're a seller, message me privately and we'll talk more about that. But, um, you know, as a buyer in this market, things are very tough, and they are going to get worse for a buyer before they get better. And, if you want to buy in the next 6 to 12 months, you are going to have to, in a sense, overpay everybody else, usually, in order to get the home that you want, because that's just the market conditions right now, right? And so really think about it this way. If you're going to hire an agent, you're going to want to hire somebody that's going to know how to negotiate for you in a multiple offer situation, right? So finding somebody that has a record of getting buyers in a contract in a multiple offer situation is key. Because at the end of the day, if you work with somebody and they just, you make offer and offer, and they're like really nice people, but they can't get your offer accepted, then like, what's the point? Right? So you want to find someone that can get your offer accepted, and ultimately, how do you know that, right? Because there's no real way to gauge that other than just talking to people and figuring out, not people, but like agents, and figuring out which one of them has effective strategies to do so. I mean, for example, I'm just going to use me as an example because I'm me and I know me. So I make it a point to try and present to at least the listing agent, or in an ideal world, the listing agent and the sellers. Sit down with them and present the offer, because ultimately, in a multiple offer situation, the ball is almost always in the seller's court, right? But by presenting in person, what I'm able to do, who are those people? They're lovely people. But by presenting in person, I ultimately almost always get my buyers to be the decision makers, right? Have the ball back in your court. Now, we could get the seller to say, we want this amount, or we want, X over ask, or we want, this price because we have 15 offers and they're all at like 1.5, but if you give us 1.51, then it's yours, right? And so then I go back to you and I say, hey, look, it's 1.51 and it's yours. But at least the decision is yours to make, right? And not the other way around. As there's so many times where, things are so unpredictable, and I try and take the unpredictability out of it. So that's number one. A lot of the best opportunities too are being sold before they even go on the market, right? Before they even hit the MLS. And so finding someone with a large network that has the ability to garner those types of off-market opportunities for you is key, because you don't want to be in a situation where you don't have at least a little bit of off-market, some off-market listings to look at. Not all, not all the best ones are sold, but a lot of the best ones are sold before they hit the MLS. And, having as many opportunities, especially in this market, is key. So I really hope that helps. It's a long answer, but, keep your chin up and really make sure that whoever you pick, you go with your gut. If your gut says, I like this person, go for it. Don't overthink it. It's not that hard. There's 14,000 of us to choose from in Santa Clara County. You're going to find one that's good. All right? You take care of yourself. Peace.